It looks like July is going to be a very good month for cozy games. And I know, I feel like I also said this last month, but I really mean it. This month there's 12 games coming out and I was able to play all of the demos, so you don't have to wonder if they are worth it for you or not. Let's dive in. Kicking off July on the 6th, we have Cat Co. releasing on PC. If you watch my Next Fest video, you might recognize this one, but it's finally releasing, so it absolutely deserves a mention here too. You're sorting and delivering mail, and I know that might sound simple, but trust me, it is surprisingly addictive. There's something super satisfying about organizing all the packages in the right shelves so that when the customer comes to collect it, you know exactly where it is. One design detail that I really liked was the fact that time doesn't progress until you call the next customer. So this means that you can take your time, organize everything the way you want, there's no pressure at all. I played for about 45 minutes and the demo really left me wanting more. So if you like organizing things, or even if you don't, this one might be worth checking out before it releases on the 6th. Right behind it, we have Moonlight Peaks, releasing on July 7th. It's coming out on PC, Nintendo Switch 2, and Google Play Games. The concept is genuinely fun. You're a vampire farmer, which is already different, and it also comes with some perks, like some magic wands that help you in the farming tasks. There are also some very different mini games that I really liked and I haven't seen on any other farming sims, like embroidery and bouquet crafting. The world is charming and the vampire aesthetic sets it apart from other games in the same genre. My honest take on the demo is that it starts a little bit slow. You need to grow grapes that take 5 days to grow, and then you need to transform them into wine, which takes around 2 days. So I felt like there was moments where there wasn't much to do, but this might just be the demo because I really think this game feels very solid, so I'm curious to see how in the full game it's going to fill these quiet moments. D-Topia is another one you might recognize from my Next Fest video, and it's releasing on July 14th. It's coming out on PC, Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Quick recap, if you missed it, AI is taken over with the goal of maximizing happiness, but it has created this world that is super bland and white and everything feels like it's from a doctor's office. You play as a new facilitator, solving puzzles to keep everyone happy and the facility running. It's cozy but has this dark twist that makes it genuinely intriguing. The puzzles are really good and the story had me hooked within the first few minutes. So, if you like cozy games and you like your games to have a bit more depth and mystery to them, then I think D-Topia is definitely one to watch out for on the 14th. July 16th brings Moss the Forgotten Relic. It's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2. It's worth noting that this was originally a VR game, and this is the first non-VR release across all platforms. The art style is really lovely and the combat system is smooth. You play as Quill, our tiny mouse hero that needs to navigate a storybook world that is full with adventure and puzzles. I'll be honest, the demo didn't really captivate me all that much, but I think it's mainly because it just drops you mid-game and without telling you who you are or what you are doing. I also felt like the mechanic of interacting with objects wasn't super clear at times, but like I said, I think this is mostly because of the demo starting point and not about the game itself. So if you're into atmospheric adventure games, I think this demo is really worth trying before the game releases on the 16th. Also releasing on July 16th, we have the Mermaid mask. It's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2. This one really surprised me. The art style is fantastic and the story is really intriguing. It's a murder mystery set aboard the world's strangest submarine.
So this is the Mortuga submarine?
According to the case file, yeah.
And Mortuga is...
He was the captain. Now he's the murder victim.
You play as Grimoire and his partner Sally, trying to piece clues together and to interrogate a very suspicious crew. What I really liked was the movement mechanic. Instead of clicking on some arrow to move to the next room, you actually click on a button on the bottom left of your screen that opens up all the tiles that you can move to. So this gives you a bit more freedom, and it honestly just feels a bit different from all the other games of this kind that I've played, so I thought that was really cool. The clue gathering is also really clever. You collect them and then eventually you can form sentences with those clues that you've collected. So if you played games like Duck Detective, then it will have the same energy but in a completely different world and aesthetic. This was a really well-made demo that takes around 20 minutes to complete, and it really left me wanting more.
Magnus Mortuga unlocked the cauldron and was killed by what was inside.
Neat releases on July 17th and is currently confirmed for PC. If you loved unpacking, this one needs to be on your radar immediately. The concept is really simple. You need to organize and clean certain locations. But the thing is that you have complete freedom of where to put the things. There's no specific space where you need to put a certain object. You have complete freedom, which I thought it was really cool. The music is super calm and relaxing, and the reason why some rooms need to be organized are genuinely relatable. It's those kind of situations that you immediately recognize from your own life. It's a very chill, very cozy experience, and after I was done with the demo, I was feeling super calm, super relaxed, which is exactly what I want to feel when I'm playing these games. Cat Isle releases on July 20th and it will be available on PC and Mac. It's a cozy pixel art management game inspired by Japan's famous cat islands. You build and expand a tiny train platform in the middle of the sea and you turn it into a lively town for cats. You manage different types of shops, help cats fish, and decorate your island to make it feel like home. The music is really peaceful and the whole thing has a very chill energy. But the detail that won me over completely was the fact that all the cats were black, at least on the demo. And I don't know if I've told you, but in my household, 3 out of the 4 cats that we have are black, so I felt super seen. Scarlet releases on July 21st, and it's going to be available on PC, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox. The art style is immediately different and it's not just hand-drawn. Every character animation is first embroidered on a sewing machine and then transferred into the digital world, which explains why it feels so different from everything that I've played. I really like that the speech bubbles vary from character to character, but they still match the embroidery theme. I think this is a very thoughtful touch. You can also pet the animals, which is always a yes for me. The premise has a really interesting mystery to it, and the demo ends on a cliffhanger that I am still thinking about. The music, also close to the end of the demo, is also really beautiful, so this is definitely one of the most anticipated games for me. Lifted releases on July 22nd and it will be available on PC. This game gives serious Back to the Future vibes from the very first minute. You play as Ari, a student that accidentally got dragged into a time-traveling adventure with their physics professor. The art style is really interesting and the movement is really smooth. Full transparency about this one though, side spoilers are usually not my thing and I think that affected my experience with the demo. But I can see how fun the game is and the potential that it has. So, if side-scrollers are your genre, this one looks really well made and it might be worth checking out. The demo is really fun, and if the whole 80s adventure energy is what you're looking for, then this one might be for you.
I was not prepared for that.
Theropods is a point-and-click adventure releasing July 23rd, and it was developed by a team that started this in an adventure game jam in 2016 and spent the next 10 years turning it into a full-hand animated adventure. It will be available on PC and Mac. The pixel art is gorgeous, and the demo does a really good job at introducing the world that you're in and the characters. I also really like that the main character has bright orange hair, which makes her stand out from everyone else that you meet. There's no dialogue at all, just hums and grunts, which if you think about it, it makes sense considering this game is set on the dinosaur era. The whole storytelling is done through visuals and it's surprisingly effective. This one was a really charming demo for anyone that likes point-and-click adventures. Go North releases on July 28th and it will be available on PC and Xbox Series X and S. Your goal is to navigate mazes to reach north, but along the way you will find puzzles that you need to solve and some side quests that you can discover. You can also pick up tools that help you find the exit, and that can be a bird that shines a light on the exit, a stone that points the way, or the ability to go up in the sky and see what's below you. So the mechanics are really creative. And just like with some other games on this list, the demo ends with a slight twist that hints that there's something bigger going on. So I'm definitely intrigued. The controls can feel clunky at times, but that might just be the demo and maybe they'll be polished in the release of the game, because everything else feels charming and super smooth, so I'm really looking forward to this game. And closing out July on the 30th, we have Leafy Corner. It's releasing on PC, Microsoft Store, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. I played this demo for about an hour and a half, and that's how good it was. As you might have heard me say before, I have zero thumb, I'm not a plant person, but this game had me completely addicted. You get to decorate your space, choose the pots that you want to use, choose the plants that you want to grow, and even help out customers decide what they want. It's super relaxing, and it's one of those games where you go to play for about a half an hour and suddenly it's been 2 hours. Really, July 30th cannot come soon enough. And that's our July. 12 cozy games are going to release and still have demos available, so feel free to check them out. I will leave all the links in the description. I love to know which ones you're the most excited about. Drop it in the comments, and also let me know if there's any releases in July that I completely missed and are worth mentioning too. As for now, I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.